Welcome to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
I'm your co-host, Pastor Wayne Moore.
Always a pleasure to host with you.
It is, my friends. It's a great opportunity to be able to talk and share with the community some things that are going on and to meet people that the community has never met who are doing phenomenal things to make Indianapolis and Central Indiana a great city.
We got some phenomenal guests today.
We do.
In tech and in sort of tech in barbering.
Right.
Some new technology for folks who might have alopecia issues and things like that.
Yeah.
But we've got some great guests coming up. I want to thank our sponsors.
I want to thank our sponsors. Lee Crosso and Crawley are still with us. We want to thank God for them, for helping us bring information to the city. Matter of fact, we're going to have Attorney Lee or someone from his office come and talk with us and tell us what's going on at his office. And not only that, Marion County Public Health Department is with us talking about the Safe Sleep program. We hope to bring you more information on opioids and other situations that are plaguing Central Indiana, and as well as Marion County. And not only that, we have Fervent Care Christian Academy, Fervent Care Christian Academy. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's Christian, clean, convenient, caring child care at an affordable price. Great staff and a great location at 10512 East 38th Street.
Amen.
Please be sure to subscribe to this program, WHMB TV 40 on YouTube. Also, like us on Facebook.
Like us on Facebook. I like that, man. When you say like us on, we want to be liked on Facebook because there's so many other things that are not becoming on Facebook, but we want to be liked.
So like our show. We like you. And after our break, we're coming up with a wonderful young lady who is dealing with cyber tech and STEM for young people. I think you'll be really amazed.
Yes.
So stay with us. We'll be back after this. Well, welcome back to Real People, Real Voices, and we are joined by Ms. Adenike Orelowo. We want to welcome you to the show.
Hi, everyone. My name is Adenike Orelowo.
Pastor Moore.
Pastor Moore.
Yeah, happy to have you.
Thank you.
And you are a cybersecurity software developer.
Yes, please.
And an advocate for youth and kids in STEM.
Yes.
And you represent the Youth Arise Indy.
Yeah.
And you have an amazing story.
Of course I do.
Yeah, and kind of give us a little highlight of how you got here to where you are now.
I would say I've been a techie at my tender age, and coming into the United States. I'm a Nigerian. I'm from Africa. I'm a Nigerian. I'm proud to be one, and I'm lucky to be in the United States. Indianapolis, to be precise. I've gotten so much from this community, and I've given a lot to this community. I want to appreciate, firstly, people that made it possible for me to be here. Both of you, Faith Makening, and the whole of Indianapolis as a whole. Thank you guys for the support all through the years. I came into the United States to have my master's in computer science at the California State University East Bay campus. And fortunately, I landed in Indianapolis because my fiancé is here and I got married here. Then the fear of tuition and all the, United States, I got overwhelmed and I needed to go to school. I got scholarship while volunteering for Pike Township, TechPoint Foundation for you to be precise. I had a certificate in software development, .NET to be precise, at the Level 50 Academy. Wonderful people. I would say thank you to them too. Then I got a scholarship with the Hindu Women in Tech to have my degree in cybersecurity. I didn't just have the degree, I had certifications along with it. I got my Security Plus. I got involved in kids and youth through TechPoint Foundation for Youth, and I'm one of the volunteers that go to Pike Township to teach every Thursday. I teach them how to code, especially Lincoln Middle School. I was a VEX IQ inspector for the VEX Robotics Games last year and this year. Then my passion grew when I started with BDPA, Black Data Processing Association, through Eli Lilly. We had a conference that we're going for in New Orleans, and we needed to coach the kids for the competition. I was one of their coach, and I was a chaperone, one of the chaperones that guided them, and we were the best chapter. We won first and the best chapter in Indianapolis, BDPA. So my passion grew, in trying to build and bring youth into technology, because I realized most of these kids out there has the talent and skills involved. But the fear of this 4-year degree, and the fear of, is this for me, So when I started interacting with most of the kids during my hour of code, I noticed they have this fear of tuition, and they have this fear of, especially female, they have this fear of gender gap when it comes to technology. So I tried tucking them in, and my passion grew, in trying to bring those kids to STEM and trying to point resources out to them, because ever since I've been in the United States, I've never paid a penny to go to school, and I have been going to school. So there's a lot of resources out there that people don't know about. And I'm happy. I would say thank you to Indie Women in Tech. I'll say thank you to 1150 Academy. I'll say thank you to WGU, West Governor University. So
you connected with WGU?
Yeah, I got a scholarship with them for my master's in cybersecurity.
Yeah, we had the chancellor on the show.
I met her too. I met her too. Yeah. She's a wonderful woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me ask you something. I know you have a plethora of things you could share with us. I want to commend you for the opportunity that you have taken to help young people be acclimated to STEM. The IPS system is not doing a great job with that, in my estimation, and others are coming along and budgeting dollars for that, because it takes resources to get that done. And do you see yourself in the future expanding from where you are?
Yeah, I see myself trying to bring more people into STEM. I'm not trying to enforce my own vision on the kids,
right,
but I'm trying to take them through the ramp. Then tell me if it's what you want or not.
Right.
Most times this kid wants to get their feet wet before they can tell you, oh, this is what I want, or this is not what I want. And one thing I know is technology is everywhere. These kids interact with technology every day. They use their iPad, they use their phone. One way or the other, they already have this knowledge of technology. So, and then I'm trying to incorporate both technology and cybersecurity, because cybersecurity is a framework of technology. I am a cybersecurity and a software developer, then a certified ethical hacker. So I realize we are giving too much to technology, and we are not talking about cybersecurity. I teach kids how to code, but then where is the cybersecurity awareness? We teach them how to use technology, why technology is using them. So I'm trying to bridge the gap between technology and cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is our duty. How often do we teach these kids in tech how to get themselves secured when it comes to cyber? They all get involved with technology each day of their life.
Right.
And Internet of the Thing, the wider technology gets, the more ease it's given to us, the more danger, the more havoc that comes with it. So I see myself, building a shield around technology. I see myself bringing kids into STEM, not just bringing them into STEM. I see myself giving them this courage. I see myself giving them this, giving them something to build upon. I see myself telling them my story and telling them how I overcame my fear. I want to tell them what and where to do. There are a lot of resources out there where you don't need to pay a dime to go to school.
So for your Youth Arise Indy, which for those of you who are watching, if you want your children to get a part of this, youthariseindy@gmail.com is where you need to send the email.
Right.
Are these resources free?
Yeah, they're free. Then I recently partnered with Urban STEM Technology Academy. They're going to be hosting, they're going to be bringing the CompTIA security certifications, I think 6 or 7 of them here in Hindi. They're going to train people, then they're going to train them, and they're going to get them certified. Everything is for free.
That's good.
So that way you could get straight into the workforce, without having to go to a 4-year degree, going for a 4-year degree. And that's where WGU comes in. It's a great opportunity. While you can be in STEM, bring the workforce and still continue your education. I was once like I never for once quit. I never for once had to leave one and go after one. I had the 2 at the same time.
That's
so
phenomenal.
WGU is a university that can make you achieve your goal when it comes to that. So get your feet wet in tech, get your certifications, be in the job first and go to school. I know many people want to have the 4-year degree. Yes, I have my bachelor's and I'm currently having my master's in cybersecurity at WGU. So go into the workforce first, then you could go to schools that will allow you work and school at the same time.
Right.
I would say it again, WGU is one of the best schools for that.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So much information. We appreciate it. And thank you for joining us. We have much more to come. We'll be back after this. Welcome to Real People, Real Voices. We're back, and we are joined by Ms. Sierra Ward, owner and operator, CEO of the Barber Boutique.
Yes.
Refined hair, restoration, cuts, all kinds of things going on. Where are you located?
The Barber Boutique is located off of 5501 East 71st Street. It's on the northeast side of Indianapolis, off of Benford, in between Benford and Allisonville.
And how long have you been doing it there?
I've been cutting hair for 6 years at that location. I've been a barber for 13. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long time. Seen a lot of heads there and doing a lot of work.
I've seen a lot of haircuts. I've seen a lot of styles. I've met a lot of beautiful people.
Good. And you're here to talk about non-surgical hair replacement and hair stimulation.
Yes.
And you've got an interesting prop there. Tell us about it.
This is a nice diagram over the epidermis, the dermis, and the blood vessels that make up our body. The tissue in our body is the largest organ on our body. Our skin is the largest organ on our body, and this is what that's made out of.
And so when people are experiencing hair loss, whether male pattern balding, sometimes women have balding issues, we kind of, suffice it to say, is alopecia. And kind of talk to us about how that works and how you're helping to solve that problem.
All right. Hair loss there can be a few things that can cause hair loss. It can be from genetics. It can be a cause of birth. It could be also another cause of hair loss is medicine. If you're taking blood pressure pills, and that's where we find out where if you're using blood thinners, then your hair is not getting the blood that it needs to grow through the dermis and through the epidermis. So when you're taking blood thinners, it's also causing hair loss. In my field, I'm coming against, I want to fight hair loss and make, help people be the most complete person that they can be. People get hair replacements, people get hair plugs, people shave, people do what they got to do. So what I do is I'm working on hair replacements. Men, women wear hair replacements for many different reasons. It could be for fashion. It could be for cancer. It could be for, an occupation. So what hair loss, what hair restoration and non-surgical hair replacement It involves buying a hairpiece that is fit for that person, and you measure that person's head. You go from the temples to the back to, you take in very close measurements of their hair, and we're creating a hairpiece. Sometimes that hairpiece needs to be textured to match that person's hair. Also, say for instance that person isn't interested in getting a hairpiece, there's also hair stimulation that we can do to help the hair grow. One of those hair stimulations is light therapy. Light therapy stimulates the skin. And so what that does is that it stimulates all of this, and it goes all the way down to the nerves, and it helps the hair grow. Ultraviolet rays are used to treat acne and dandruff and promote hair growth.
Yeah, so there's some solutions out there.
There's a lot of solutions.
You're the hair doctor.
Thank you.
I was just sitting here listening. You're the hair doctor. You know what's happening with this hair. You instead of weaving everything, you're trying to grow it back. Huh?
Yeah, back in the day, barbers were considered surgeons.
Really?
That's why the pole is red and blue.
Didn't know that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes.
Yeah, that's how you're a hair doctor. I thought you was a hair doctor.
Thank you. Even now with the ultralight, with the light therapy, it's recommended to go to a dermatologist to do that. A barber needs 1,500 hours of 1,500 hours to get their license, and that's an associate's degree in applied sciences.
So that's extraordinary. And when people are losing hair, they say that the hair follicle has died. Is that kind of what happens? And if so, how do you revitalize that?
Oh, right. That is so. Yes. And there's a couple of ways to revitalize, to wake up that hair follicle. There's things like Rogaine. What Rogaine doesn't actually create a new hair follicle, but it takes the hair follicle that is already there and it makes it fuller. It makes it fuller, yes. But there are also products out there that are using stem cells that create a new hair follicle where there was no hair follicle, and it creates hair growth.
Well, that's interesting.
It's real cool, right?
Yeah, and certainly women have no problem generally with the hair replacement, and they call it a hair piece, but more commonly now it's called a unit for men, a hair unit. And of course, in some places on the West Coast and the East Coast, we're seeing a lot of it. Why don't you think we're seeing more of that in the Midwest?
I don't think we see this in the Midwest because, honestly, Indianapolis is just a little late to getting things. Of course, because, come on, hair pieces have been around since the 18th century. So it's not old. It's not new. It's been around for a long time. But, actually, they told people back in like the 18th century that they were not allowed to wear hair pieces. They started putting a tax on hair pieces.
Really?
And then it went out of style. And then it came back in style. And now you got Hollywood makeup, and you have all these different, looks that people can have. And it's not just an even all over hair piece. People are getting locks, people are getting waves, people are getting afros. And it's not just afros, it's straight hair, curly hair, whatever you like. So I just think that it just hasn't reached up here. Or maybe we just don't know about it. Maybe it just looks so good that people are like, it's a secret.
Yeah.
And you're certified, as I understand it, in doing the hair replacement and getting people set up for this.
Yes.
So how does all this start? Is there an appointment that people have to make?
Yes, people should start by scheduling with me on ScheduleCity.com and booking a hair replacement consultation. And then from there, I will do, because Master Moore said I was a doctor.
Yeah.
And we have to take patch tests to make sure that the client doesn't have any kind of allergic reaction. So we'll start there. We'll start with a consultation. We'll start with finding your hairline is, taking notes, and all of the above. It's a very detailed process.
Yeah.
Which cost? Yes.
Yeah, that part. Yes, sir.
But worth it.
Time. It is worth
Yeah.
it. These hair units last up to 6 to 9 months for a unit. You will have to go back and get your sides tapered
Yeah, right.
and get the maintenance in. But these are long-lasting hair pieces.
Well, thank you for sharing all this with us. And again, where you're located?
The Barber Boutique is located off of 71st in Benford at 5501 East 71st Street, Track 1, Suite 1B.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms.
Appreciate
Ward.
it.
Thank you for having me again.
You're
Yes,
welcome.
ma'am.
Awesome.
And thank you for joining us. We'll be back with the rundown after this. Welcome back to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
I'm your co-host, Pastor Wayne Moore.
And I'm your executive producer, Faith McKinney.
I want to thank our sponsors, Lee Castle and Crawley.
And also the Fervent Care Christian Academy. And not only them, but we want to thank Marion County Public Health Department for their Safe Sleep program that they're advertising right here on WHMTV Channel 40. And we want to be an advocate of that.
Yeah, help to reduce infant mortality.
Yes,
It's
bring
important.
the numbers down.
So a great couple of segments there with Miss Oralowu. Just fascinating young lady there with all that she's doing and helping people or kids.
And this adults.
And adults.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But she has a lot of
We all need
information.
absolutely. I think STEM education and STEAM education is critical now.
Very
and
critical.
especially what she's teaching, how to code, teaching about cybersecurity. Don't click the links.
Yeah, a little unusual with the cybersecurity piece.
Oh,
Usually
yeah.
it's just coding, but
Yeah.
Protecting protecting yourself while you're in there.
And you don't think about that when you're going through those your links, and you don't think that that little link could just do damage, not only to your computer but to everything, your routers,
Right.
everything.
Yeah. So you got to protect yourself, and of course, with the InnoPower Innovation Conference that's coming up, we're looking forward to everything that's going to be going on with that. So you don't want to miss that. Just a lot going on in the city of Indianapolis.
It's summertime, man.
Yeah.
A lot going on.
Yeah. Hope you avail yourself to it.
And get that beard taken care of with the
Yeah.
Barber Boutique.
Yeah, Barber Boutique on 71st Street. So if you want to get a race car for your head, if you will, the hair unit is a lot less than a Corvette. And if you are experiencing challenges with alopecia, all that sort of thing, Sierra Ward can help you. So give her a call.
Let me say this as well. We want to have a great summer, safe summer. We're going to pray and ask the Lord to be instrumental in reducing the homicide rates, and people will begin to talk it out and not shoot it out.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.